This is The Witch's Name by Altila. Another game for this year's Spooktober visual novel game jam. Game about a girl named Joan, sacrificed to help calm the curse of a witch plaguing her village. However, in the process of this, she meets a demon who offers her his services on one condition. If she can guess the name of the witch who would curse their village, then he'll assist her however she pleases. If not, well, we'll see. According to the folklore, a long time ago, there was an evil, immortal witch in the village. When she was angry, her anger prevented the rain from falling and summoned the heat wave and long, dry season. When she was sad, her sorrow would bring an endless rain until her tears stopped. When she was bored, she would playfully summon a storm and a tornado. With her magic power, she would also randomly curse the villagers so they fell sick. The villagers couldn't take it anymore. Around this time of the year, the villagers joined forces and captured the witch. They did a ritual to seal her power and exiled her into the depths of the forest. With that, the peace finally returned to the village, or so they said. Still, the seal would weaken in time. When her power returned, her wrath would bring disaster once again to the village. Thus, a certain ritual was held to seal her power once again. But since the witch wasn't here, a substitute was used. That substitute this time is me. That day, the village chief and a group of villagers came to my doorstep. These people were wearing various expressions while avoiding my eyes. Guilt, indifference, relief. I could tell one of them was trying to hold back a smile. Whatever they were here for, it was probably nothing good.
Our witch has once more brought down her curse upon us. That's why we need to hold the ritual to calm her wrath.
Then the chief looked at me.
Forgive us, Joan, but we need you to be part of it.
In an instant, I could grasp the meaning of his words.
We have no other choice but to do this. This is for the village. Please understand, Joan.
I couldn't respond, although in the first place they didn't have any intention to hear me respond. I felt like my blood was drained and my whole body became cold. The chief, with his old wrinkled hands, hugged my body and gently stroked my back. However, I couldn't feel any warmth, not in his words, not in his hug, most definitely not in the pairs of eyes staring back at me. Deep down, I knew it would eventually come to this. My reputation in the village wasn't the best. If anything, it was probably the worst. They disliked me because of my eyes. They said my eyes were scary. Apparently the witch also had purple eyes, just like me. Not that they ever met the witch, though. Some people even referred to me as the witch herself. I was a human just like them, not a witch. It wouldn't bring disaster to the village. I couldn't curse someone. I didn't even want to do any of those things. This village was my only home. Still, they wouldn't believe me, even if I said so. In this village I had no parents, no friends, no allies. The only reason I was still allowed to be here was probably as insurance. So when the time came, they could offer me as a sacrifice to the witch. That moment actually came. This evening, the woman in the village dressed me in nice clothes which I didn't have the chance to wear before. During the ritual, they made me stand in the middle of a strange circle and read a long prayer alongside them. After that, they served me good foods and drinks. Somehow I became sleepy. Probably mixed something in there. A sleeping drug, for example. When I was unconscious, they brought me here, somewhere in the forest. Before I was completely out, I saw one of the women of the village look at me with pity. Then she said, "If you want to blame someone, blame the witch." Blame the witch, huh? Oh, hello. I don't think that'll change anything. Still, there's nothing I can do but sigh. I don't know how to go back to the village. In the first place, the substitute isn't supposed to come back. After all, the substitute represents the witch. Just like the witch, the substitute was left somewhere in the forest. It was said that the substitute's soul would act as a medium to seal the witch's power. Seems like a load of flim-flam to me, but to put it blatantly, we substitutes are human sacrifices. Seems like the village grew up beyond whatever incident they had with a witch in the past, and then decided to blame anything else on the witch, and decide to throw someone out there in the name of quote-unquote appeasing the witch. But that was what had been keeping the village peaceful and prosperous, away from the witch's curse, so they said. I wonder if the ritual will actually work. Look at the sky. The sun is set and the sky is almost dark. Judging from it, I was probably sleeping for around an hour. No food, no drink, no light. There's nothing around me but woods and trees. Once it's completely dark, I don't know what will become of me. If I'm unlucky, I might encounter dangerous animals. I bitterly laugh at my current state. Even after they told me that I would be named the substitute, I never really tried to escape. I was holding on to the hope that they wouldn't proceed with the ritual. Something might, by any chance, prevent the ritual from taking place. Someone with a shred of humanity would save me. Till the last minute, I still hoped so. Must be a fool to believe in such a fantasy. Even now, I just can't get rid of my tiny little hope that someone will get me out of this place. I know it won't come true, but I just want to believe in something. Still, I just can't just stay here. First, I should look for a place to stay tonight. You can definitely see the scary eyes. Probably keeps to herself. Very stern expression that doesn't really invite casual conversation. In a sense, yeah, you can see why the village would see her like that. Carefully walk around the forest to search for some place to stay. The lack of lighting makes it difficult to see the path. Moreover, my outfit keeps getting stuck on something, making it even harder to proceed. Walk, and walk, and walk. Well, I don't know where I am headed. Or where I am supposed to go, I continue to walk. Walking, I pick some edible plants and fruits to eat. I walk, racing with the light that continues to fade away. Without waiting for me to find a proper place, night comes. It'll be dangerous to walk around at night. There's no choice, I'll just have to stay here tonight. I hope there won't be any dangerous animals. I sit down near a big rock and eat some fruits I picked before. Expected when the night falls, it's getting chilly. Even though I'm wearing a cloak, the coldness still seeps through to my skin. I rub my hands together to make myself warmer, then examine my surroundings. My eyes have adjusted to the darkness, so at least I can see around myself to some extent. It's finally occurred to me. I'm alone. When I listen to my surroundings, there are only the sounds of nature. The sound of buzzing bugs, chirping birds, rustling leaves, and other resounding sounds of forest animals. I'd say they sound spooky. Usual voices aren't here. No sounds of civilization. No humans' voices. No human presence. Shiver runs down my spine. The first time I feel frightened of being alone. Although I was by myself all the time in the village, technically, I have neighbors. There were still people around me. I was never completely alone. Being all by yourself in the wild like this is terrifying. I hold my knees and shut my eyes. I'm scared. If the witch really exists, if the villagers actually exiled her to this kind of place, doesn't that mean she's been all alone this whole time? If our village has been doing this ritual from time to time, then those substitutes, did they die alone somewhere in this forest? Alone, in solitude. Am I going to die alone too? Perhaps it's because of the darkness in the atmosphere, but my mind starts to cloud as if enveloped by a thick fog. No, I don't want to. I don't want to be alone. I want to go home. Someone, please help me. Someone. Father, Mother. I start to call out to anyone, but I can't think of a name. Anyone. It's basically no one. Anyone is fine. Even the witch is fine. If you really are out there, please, someone, please save me. Suddenly, a strong, cold wind blows. Open my eyes, stand up and look around me. Somehow the surrounding atmosphere seems to change. Sounds that I've been hearing suddenly disappear as if the world has gone silent. I haven't moved, but I feel like I'm on a completely different place. Maybe a different dimension. What I can say is the forest becomes creepier. Suddenly I can hear the sound of broken twigs nearby. I quickly turn around to the direction of the sound. Ooh. Someone appears from the nearby bush. It's a man with animal ears and a tail. Seeing his unusual appearance, I rub my eyes to make sure I'm not just seeing things. Turns out that I'm not. Is he a human? But what's with the ears and tail? Are you human? Hearing my question, the man laughs. A human? You gotta be kidding me. Do I look like a human to you? No. Right, I'm not. Then, a ghost. No, you have legs. Then, am I dreaming? Am I hallucinating right now? Or could it be, am I dead? Dead? What are you talking about? Why do you think so? Well, I decided to tell the man about what happened to me until now. About the ritual, about the witch. Ah, I see. As expected from them. He seems to know something about the villagers. Does he know the witch's power with such a ritual? You seriously believe in those? Yeah, actually, I doubt it. It's been passed around as a folklore in the village and everyone believes it. I see. Fair enough. I can't imagine the so-called witch could be defeated with that kind of cheap trick. Cheap trick, huh? I guess it is. Anyway, no worries. As far as I can tell, you are still alive. And this is neither your hallucination nor your dream. Unfortunately, this is reality. I'm still alive. Thank goodness. But is it really a good thing? I bit my lip and shift my gaze downward. Can't really tell if it is really okay. After all, I have no place to go and no place to come back to. At least not until the bad things that happened to the village disappear. Maybe if I can somehow negotiate with the witch. One question suddenly appears on my mind. Something that I, or anyone in the village, have ever questioned before. Does the witch actually exist? The immortal witch has been labeled as the source of misfortune and disaster to the village, but no one in the village ever seen the witch. No one even knows what she looks like. The thought that she probably doesn't exist makes my body tremble. If she doesn't exist, then what am I here for? What's wrong? I lift my head and stare directly into his cat-like eyes. Does she really exist? The witch, I mean. Maybe, just maybe, this person by any chance might know about the witch. Please say that she's real. Are you saying that you don't know about that? Even though you got sacrificed for the witch? Yes, unfortunately. The man laughs again. Humans sure are stupid. Well, couldn't agree more. After all, I'm also a human. Stupid, foolish being. She exists. She is? Yeah, she is. How can you be so sure? You're the one asking, but you're doubting me? Fine, I'll tell you. I'm a demon. My eyes widen in surprise. Can't believe my own ears. Wait, demon. Right, never heard of one before? You said I didn't look like a human. True, because I'm a demon. I shake my head. No one ever talks about the demons in the village. As for myself, I'd never thought about their existence before. About that, I'm sorry. Man, claiming himself a demon, just shrugged. Demons exist as well as witches. Good news for you, I even personally know this immortal witch you were talking about. He knows about her. Right now, I really hope my ears aren't playing tricks on me. I mean, I just heard something great. She exists. The immortal witch exists. Can't describe just how relieved I am to hear that she's just not just some made-up character. Relief probably because, if the witch didn't exist, then she would have been sent to her death for no reason. If the witch does exist, then there might actually be a problem that she can fix and go home to the village. And go back home. In any shape or form, really. About the witch, you know her, right? Then do you know where she is? Please, let me meet her. The demon tilts his head while looking at mine, furrowed brows. You want to meet her? Yes, please. Why? Why? That's because I want to help the village. Huh? Right now it's very bad in the village. Crops haven't been looking good for these past few years. We've had crop failures and not enough harvest. It hasn't rained for months. River and well are almost dry. There isn't enough water for irrigation and everyday stuff. Food and water supplies depleting and people are getting sick. Not to mention there was a tornado recently. And you think those are because of the witch's curse? It's... I don't know, but... Complete skeptic route. I don't know. I don't know. Doubt she's the cause, but I'm not sure. That's why I need to see her. I need to meet the witch. I have to make sure whether she's the one causing all this or not. And if she is, I want to know why and to stop her. My voice cracked out of nervousness. My hands are trembling, but I want to clearly tell him my intentions. Maybe he will let me meet the witch. I look at him, hoping he will feel my desperation. But instead, he laughs. An instant, the demon moves closer. I don't even see him move. But when I blink, he's already right in front of me. Surprised, I take a step back. Are you dumb? Huh? The demon grins. I can see those fangs of his. They look sharper up close. Then he points his index finger at me. His long, sharp nails are just an inch away from my skin. I can't help but to shudder. You got sacrificed, thrown into the forest, but you still want to help them? You should get mad, seek revenge, ask the witch to curse them or something. Show those villagers that they're just reaping what they sow. Speechless, I can only stare at my own reflection in the demon's dilated eyes. There are hatred and frustration mixed on his gaze as he shouted at me. Maybe he was just doing a thing that demons do, whispering to humans to do malicious things. However, it might be my imagination or my wishful thinking, but I feel like he's getting mad in my stead. Still, I can't agree with him. To be honest, the things he said just now, they never really crossed into my mind. But if I do that, they will hate me. I don't want to hate because I don't want to be hated. Even if I was ignored, even if I was disliked, I endured it. I didn't want them to hate me even more. I told myself that I shouldn't be greedy. I was fine with just being there, having a place to call home. Now that I'm here, I don't know what to feel. I just want to go back, but I have nowhere to return to but that village. If I can convince the witch and help the village, maybe they will let me return. You know that's impossible. They sent you here. That means they don't want you to return. I bit my lower lip in frustration. Even without him telling me, I already know that. But if I do something like that, I won't be any different than the witch. Demon frowns. The atmosphere surrounding him begins to change. He was smirking and laughing like a maniac a while ago. There's not even a trace of a smile on his face right now. His eyes look like they are peeking deep into my soul. It feels like I'm gazing into an abyss. He raises his hand to touch his chin as if he's thinking about something. Notice that his nails are somehow longer than before. I gulp. Now that I think that he did say he is a demon. Probably noticing my nervous stare, He smirks and licks that nail of his. The sight makes me even more anxious and scared. Suddenly he bursts into laughter, and both startled and confused by his action. Nervously I take a step back, but in response, he takes a step forward. Witch this, witch that. Shut up, will ya? You guys don't even know anything about her. Huh? Guess we haven't introduced ourselves. I'm a demon. Also, I'm that witch's familiar. I heard his introduction. My heart skipped a beat. The witch is familiar. Right, I'm her loyal companion, her black cat. Well, I can see it. Oh no. Does that mean I was slandering his master all this time? No need to be scared, I'm not mad at you. I flinch as he hits a bullseye. Demon laughs as he takes some steps back. My fear is probably amusing to him. Still, I'm a little annoyed that you and those villagers talk about my witch like that. That's why. Let's play a game. Huh? I said, let's play a game. A game? I'm not sure I follow. I'll let you meet the witch, burn down your village or anything you wish for. I'll do whatever you say, but only if you win the game. If I lose... Well, if you lose, I'll just leave you here alone like before. You're not going to eat me? Wow, are you that confident you'll taste good? Bet someone as dumb as you will taste gross, though. I don't even know whether I should feel relieved because I won't be eaten, or offended because I won't taste good. I'll decide this is the perfect opportunity if I want to meet the witch. What do you say? Are you in? Sure, I will participate. What's the game? Well, it's easy. You only need to guess the witch's name. The witch's name. Yeah, your village told a lot of stories about the witch, so it should be easy, right? You can start guessing now, by the way. Try to dig my memories, but nothing comes to my mind. Now that you mentioned it, even though I heard a lot of the bad things that the witch did, no one ever mentioned her name. That's weird. I can only look blankly at the ground. I don't know her name, but if I can't answer, this means I can't meet her. What should I do? Okay then, if you're ready, let's go. He even smirks and pulls something from that small bag on his waist. It's a small crystal emanating a dim light. Huh? What now? What are you so surprised of? For? Do you think I'll make you guess out of nothing? Huh? You're not? That'd be too boring. I mean, I bet neither you nor the other villagers know her name. Then how? We use this. He even shoves the crystal to my face. What is that? This is a fragment of the witch's memories. Her memories? Right, I told you, right? You guys know nothing about her. Not her name, not how she's like, not how her life is. I don't like the idea of someone like that trying to meet my witch. That's why I'm letting you meet the past her here. You should be thankful. For a demon, he sure said some good things. Anyway, let's do this. Wait! Without waiting for me to get mentally ready, the demon grabs my hand. I feel like my consciousness is fading, my body feels light. Whee! Next second, everything becomes pitch black. When she was still alive, Witch's mother used to say that she shouldn't use her power. The witch shouldn't let others know about her power's existence. Once they knew, people would be scared. If she got found out, she would be hated. After all, many people couldn't accept things that were different from them. Then she would lose her home, the place she belonged to. Of course, the witch didn't want that to happen, so she promised her mother that she would never use her power. The witch loved the village, the place where she spent her time and her childhood with her mother. She loved that place more than the faraway sea that her mother used to talk about. Slowly, I can feel my consciousness return. I feel like I just saw something, like a dream. Can't clearly recall it, but I think it belonged to the witch. Oi, open your eyes already. When I open my eyes, I can see familiar scenery. Familiar, but something is different. This place, my village. The demon laughs. Yes and no. What do you mean? We're inside the witch's memories. This place is your village, but in the past. I see. So where's the witch? The demon points at a woman who is heading our way. Oh, hello. Suddenly I remember the people in the village. That people in the village said that my eyes have the same colors as that of the witch. That woman, just like me, has purple eyes. Turns out their words are right. Or true. My eyes follow her movements as she walks closer. The more I look at her, the more I doubt that she is the evil immortal witch mentioned in folklore. I thought that the witch would look scary and arrogant, but she looks calm and docile. Excuse me. Tried to call out to her, but she didn't respond. Did she not hear me? Or perhaps we can not interact. To my surprise, the witch walks past me. She didn't even look at me, as if I'm a ghost. What? Seeing what I just did, the demon burst into laughter. Are you dumb? Seriously, are you dumb? I told you this is just memories, but you went and tried to talk to her? Oh, please. Bewildered, I looked at the demon, who was just laughing so much. Look at this. The demon tried to grab the witch with its hand, decorated in long, sharp nails. He touches her, those nails would definitely hurt her. My body moves on reflexes to stop the demon, but something weird happened. Its hand passes through her. We're just spectators here. We can't watch. We can watch, but we can't interact with them. Of course, they can't see us either. I see. After hearing this explanation, I sighed in relief. Then my focus shifted back to the witch. There are two men walking from the opposite direction. One of them is holding a sickle. As soon as they saw the witch, they smile. Good afternoon. Are you going somewhere? Good afternoon. Need to deliver something to the chief. If it's the chief, I think he's still in the field. Yes, he looked really dejected about the crops. I mean, us too, but they're not looking good. Not a good harvest. We did what we can, but the drought is just bad this year. I see. Anyway, the two of us need to get back. Yes, thank you for telling me. No problem. See you later. Well, they seem like they're getting on. Not actively malicious. For which of the two men walked the opposite directions. The men are rather far away. I can hear them whispering. It's beautiful today, Miss M. True, her looks are better than most girls in the village. Only she would smile more. Oh no. You're right. Men continue to chat as they walk away. Neither the men nor the witch can be seen anymore, but my eyes are still fixated on the place where they exchanged words before. barely digest the information that I just got. The woman referred to as witch doesn't look like an evil person at all. She also looks like on friendly terms with the villagers. If anything, they seem to fancy her. What's wrong? No, I'm just confused. Confused? It's just the beginning, you know. There's still more to watch. Take a deep breath. He's right. It's still just the beginning. No matter what I see after this, I need to confront it calmly. By the way, don't forget what your purpose is here. Yes, I need to find clues to guess her name. Glad you remember. Anyway, let's follow her. I run as fast as I can in order to catch up to the witch. Which is sitting down on a bench next to an old man who looks old enough to be her grandfather. He's probably the village chief that they mentioned before. Between them, there is a box with food inside. Auntie asked me to bring this to you. Said you need to eat and rest, Chief. Oh, thank you. Oh, this brings me back. Your mother used to deliver my lunch with my daughter. Now that I look at you, you really resemble Igraine, your mother when she was your age. Is that so? Chief smiles, but it soon fades. That time, things weren't like this. Chief hangs his head down low as he lets out a heavy sigh. Wonder what's wrong with this village. It's been like this for the past few years. Drought, crops failing, our well and river is drying, the food is depleting, the sickness is spreading. It's just as if we are cursed. When I hear about the village's condition, I remember my own village. Going by the assumption that whatever happened to my village is the witch's doing, and she might be the one behind this too. However, I, myself, doubt that assumption. Being the so-called witch in front of me looks just as frustrated. I can see it clearly since I'm standing right in front of her. While listening to the chief, she bites her lower lip and clenches her fists. But why? I can't figure out why she has such an expression on her face. I try to lean closer to her. Why are you making a face like that? What are you thinking right now? Hey, I have so many questions for you right now. Now my words won't be able to reach her. My words will be left unheard. Still, I want to talk to her, to tell her that I want to know more about her. What kind of person are you? Are you a good person or a bad person? Are you different from what people said? Are you really the witch? Is there really a witch? I want to know the true her. Suddenly everything becomes black. Scene change. Before long the scenery is back. Both I and the demon seem to be still in the past village. Looks like that memory ended just like that, and now we're on a different part of memories. Ended so abruptly. Hey, that's why it's called fragments. I think they're like scenes. We have scene transition. Anyway, look. Where are we now? The demon points at a pink-haired woman. It's the witch. Oh! She's on a field with a black cat sitting in her lap. Upon closer inspection, she seems to be applying bandages to the cat's leg. It's really unusual for a cat to be in a place like this. Mr. Black Cat, are you lost? The cat meowed in return. For a moment I thought the cat would speak in a human language. Of course the cat answered with a meow. After all, it's just a cat. Are you alone? Me too. Despite knowing that the cat can only answer with a meow, the witch continues to talk to the cat. The cat, as if it understands what the witch said, meows again. He comes close to the witch and starts rubbing his cheeks on the witch. In return, he gets a head pat. Look at the cat, then to the demon, and back to the cat. I think I repeat it for 2 or 3 times till the demon starts to look annoyed. What is it? Is that cat, by any chance? Somehow I have a feeling that the black cat in front of us is the demon. The demon next to me looks more like a human than a real cat. He doesn't meow either. Yeah, clearly. Right, that's me. Cute, huh? Are you impressed? Are you surprised? But it's a cat. The demon giggled. It's not like I'm a demon from the start. Then, just shut up and watch. Hey, Mr. Black Cat, can I tell you something? There's something bothering me, but I can't tell anyone about it. See, I've been thinking, maybe I should use my power after all. My mother told me never to use it, but the village is in trouble. Villagers are suffering from the drought. They even start to call it a curse. There's no magical energy, so I don't think it's a curse. I can help them. I want to help. I have to keep my promise with my mother.
Oh no.
Mr. Black Cat, I don't know what to do with this guilt.
The witch hugs the cat.
As if trying to comfort the witch, the cat caresses her cheeks with his paws. Thank you.
The witch put the cat down, gets up and tried to leave, but the cat follows her.
What is it, Mr. Black Cat? You want to come with me?
The cat meowed and proceeded to nuzzle his head against the witch's leg.
Is that a yes? I see. Then I will take you with me. I heard a witch is usually accompanied with her black cat as her familiar. Guess you are my familiar now. Carefully, the witch lifts the cat up. A smile forms on her face as she just looks at the cat. What should I call you? How about Elaine? Elaine. Oh, you like it? Then let's take care of each other from now on, Elaine.
Elaine. So we've learned the witch's familiar's name, Elaine. The name of the witch's black cat as well as the name of the demon next to me. I don't know why, but that name somehow resonated with me.
Why? I shouldn't have known that name.
Just so you know, you're not allowed to use that name with me. It's reserved just for her.
I understand.
That's what I said, but in truth I felt a little disappointed. One more thing. If you're wondering whether my name has anything to do with her name, the answer's no. Just a random name she came up with.
I see.
Anyway, how was it? Have your thoughts about her changed a little?
It's confusing. I don't know what to believe anymore. Are you sure this is the witch's memories?
It is. Even if it's a fake, it doesn't matter. It doesn't affect the conditions of our game. You still need to guess her name either way.
You see.
Ready to answer?
Not yet.
He was right. My objective is to find out her name. We had the two villagers in the first one that said Miss M. We should focus on that.
And yet, I feel like once we get out for the witch's memories, something inside me will change. That, in some ways, scared me. Once again, everything became black. Maybe, just like before, it's time to change memories. This time the people seem busier, but livelier than before. Look to my right and left. The soil is damp, but I can smell the earth.
Rain finally fell after months.
I hope this rainwater can replenish our water storage even a little. Is the dry season over?
No, it's not. It's the witch's doing.
Huh?
Might as well see it with your own eyes. Follow me.
He turns his back and starts walking. I quietly follow behind him. We walk towards a quiet, secluded place of the village. It's a field of tall grass. I think in my village, this place is now used as the place for the ritual. Among the tall grass stands a woman figure, accompanied with a cat. Thank goodness the magic worked. This is my first time using magic after such a long time. I was scared it would fail. The witch looks at her cat and smiles. You know, Elaine, I've decided. From now on, I will use my magic to help the village. When it's in drought, I will make it rain. When it's raining a lot, I will make it sunny. I use my magic to protect the village, to protect my home. I know my mother told me not to, but if it's for the village, she will forgive me, right? Across the field, I can only stare at her blankly. She used her magic to help the village. She said she wanted to protect the village. If this is the truth, then how did she become an evil being in the folklore I know?
Fear?
Just what happened here?
You'll know soon.
After he said that, the memory comes to an end. Then we move into the other parts of the witch's memories. When he arrived, the demon frowns.
You better prepare yourself for this one.
Okay. As he said that, I became nervous all of a sudden. Take a deep breath, brace myself to whatever might happen. In the distance, I can see the witch running while looking at her right and left. Her face is pale, she seems to be out of breath, but she keeps running. Elaine! Elaine! Where are you, Elaine? Elaine! Elaine, please be safe. By the look on her face, it mustn't be anything good. She doesn't look good. What happened?
Why is she looking for you? Rather than talking to me, shouldn't you chase after her? You're right. Just as the demon suggests, we chase the witch. Then we arrive at the field, the tall grass from before. Somehow this time there are many people gathered around. I noticed the witch, all of their attention shifted towards her. That's her. Look at the villagers. The way they look at the witch, those gazes, feels familiar to me. The same one as the people from my village gave me. The intimidating, judging look as if I'm an evil being. There's a visible confusion on the witch's face. She takes a step back for the intimidation. Then her eyes widen when she looked at the ground. No, no way. A black cat lying on the ground. Elaine. The witch immediately rushed to the black cat. Then she noticed that the cat is bleeding a lot. There are several wounds on his body. Elaine, Elaine. The cat is no longer moving, no longer breathing. He is no longer living. The witch grows even paler. Tears begin to flow from her eyes to her cheeks as she holds her cat's lifeless body. Why? Elaine? Why are you guys doing this to him?
Why? That should be our question.
What?
We know your true identity.
What are you talking about?
You're a witch, aren't you? I saw you the other day. You were here with that vile cat doing something suspicious. Then all of a sudden it was raining. You and your cat have been doing something behind our backs.
That's...
You've been manipulating the rain all this time, right?
No, this is a misunderstanding.
Well, yes, but...
No, but actually yes, but not in the way you think.
Must putting a curse on this village. This black cat must be part of your curse, right? If not, what was a black cat even doing here in this village?
I never do such a thing. Elaine doesn't have anything to do with it.
You witch, there's no use denying it. Just admit your wrongdoings.
Wrongdoings? No. It's true that I'm a witch. It's true that I can make it rain.
See, she finally admits it.
No, listen to me. I'm doing it for the village.
For the village?
Yes, I want to help the village. I can't stand it anymore, seeing the village is suffering. So I've been trying to make the rain fall here.
If so, then why now? To do something like that, why didn't you do it a long time ago? Why did you do something before things got to this point?
It's because...
Enough of your excuses, you witch. Witch! You witch! It's all your fault. Yeah, your fault. Your fault. You witch. It's your fault.
He continued to shout those words at the dumbfounded witch. She tried to help the village, but they accused her. She tried to explain herself, but nobody believes her. Not the village at that time, and not the villagers in the future. I think that I'm one of those. Makes my stomach churn. She can't say anything in return, knowing that nobody is willing to listen to her. Then she just quietly carries the black cat's body away from that place. And the world? I'm at a loss for what happened. My brain just stopped working. Hesitantly, I looked at the demon. Did the villagers kill you? They killed a cat.
That's right.
Huh? But why? I don't understand. The demon laughs, but his eyes aren't. Just by looking at him, I can tell he holds quite resentment towards those people. Understandable.
Humans would naturally fear the unknown. For example, magic and witches. Same applies to black cats. People who believe black cats can bring bad luck. I was a normal cat, though. My fur just happened to be black. I swear you people are a bunch of idiots to just believe in such superstitions.
Yeah, you're not wrong. I shut my eyes tight. My head hurts. My stomach hurts. My heart hurts like it's being torn to pieces. I feel sick. I feel suffocated. I feel like I can't breathe. The witch, she was just like me. Things she experienced, they were also familiar to me. I look at her, I can feel like I'm seeing myself. The pain she went through, felt it as my own. Is this the demon playing tricks on me, or is it really the past that I didn't know? What if it's the truth? Doesn't that mean everything about her that the people in my village said is a lie? I didn't know that I've been living under false stories all this time. Didn't I unknowingly antagonize her too? The reason I played this guessing game in the first place is to meet the witch. Now that I saw all of these, I start wavering. What should I say when I finally meet the real her face to face? Can I ask her to help the villagers? Will she forgive them? Will she forgive me? The witch had familiar, cat with black fur and amber eyes. The witch no longer had parents, the cat was her only family. The cat, too, loved her very much. However, their peaceful days didn't last long. Although it was to help the village, the witch broke her promise with her mother. The villagers found out that she was a witch. They started to blame her and accused her for their misfortune. The cat was furious. The cat knew that the witch was a very kind-hearted person. The villagers didn't spare the witch, and definitely not the cat. They killed the cat and chased the witch out of the village. Even in his death, the cat loathed the villagers. The feeling was so intense that it began to corrupt the cat's soul. He realized that Before he realized he had obtained the appearance close to a human's. His soul was reborn as a demon, being with a soul as dark as obsidian. The demon's name is Elaine. Boy, what are you doing? Open your eyes already. When I opened my eyes, we were in a different place. Looks like we moved memories when my eyes were closed. When I looked around, I found the witch kneeling on the ground. In front of her there was the grave she made to bury her cat. I'm sorry, Elaine. This is my fault. Mother was right. I shouldn't have used this power. Now, just as she feared, everyone hates me. It's not your fault. When I fault those language, Elaine. I mean, those villagers are the ones at fault, not you. Eyes widened in surprise when a familiar figure appeared. It's the demon. Where my eyes had blinked several times. Looks like my eyes are just fine. And then I look at my left. The demon is here. Huh? There's two of them. Not this again. When are you gonna fix that dumb head of yours? I'm still here. That one's my past self. Didn't I tell you that we can't interact with the people in the past? My head was a mess for a while, so I couldn't think straight. Now that I calmed down a bit, I realize that he's right. The one next to me is the demon, and the one with the witch is Elaine. The witch shakes her head. Witch approaches Elaine. Hesitantly, she touches the demon sigil on his chest. You being a demon, it's also my fault, right? No, it's not. Would you stop blaming yourself? You didn't do anything wrong. I'm sorry. Don't apologize. Elaine can only sigh. Anyway. What are you gonna do now? They chased you out of the village. You can't come back there. I don't know. Should we burn the whole village down? Or should we just curse them all? No! Why? Let's just teach those fuckers that they're just reaping what they sow. Elaine, no swearing. Why do you hate the idea of revenge so much? If I do that, they will hate me. They already do. I don't want them to hate me even more. This exchange sounds awfully familiar. Then let's just forget about that village. Those villagers are assholes anyway. Elaine, language. I'll be more careful. Anyway, how about we go on an adventure or something? I bet there's some interesting places out there. We can find the other witches. There's no way you're the only one, right? Maybe you have somewhere you want to go. Hearing Elaine's words, the witch blinks in confusion. We? You and I? Yeah, you see anyone else here? No, but you're gonna go with me. Why? Elaine laughs. You're quite dumb sometimes, Master. Did you just call your witch dumb? I did. I mean, you are dumb. Might be in this form, but I no longer look like your adorable pet cat. I'm still me, at least on the inside. I'm still your familiar, your black cat, Elaine. Not a stray cat. Wherever you are, my place is by your side. If not, where should I go? Hearing Elaine's words, a smile forms on the witch's face. I see. Thank you, Elaine. Actually, there's a place I want to see. See, you actually have one. Yeah, you know, my mother loves this place called the sea. She said that it's a calming and peaceful place. It's like an enormous pond, but with salty water. Everywhere you see, there's water. As if it is stretched out on the horizon. She said that the sunset is especially beautiful there. When it's morning, the water looks blue just like the sky. When the sun sets, the water changes in color. Even when she was here, she said she couldn't forget the sound of the waves and the sight of the water that sparkled under the sun. She loved it so much that she thought of the sea when she named me. She
taught me to be a bright yet calming person, just like a sea in the morning. Hey, sounds great. But do you want to go? I'll accompany you. Elaine grins and extends his hand to the witch. Shall we go then? To this place called the sea. Witch gets up and fixes her crumpled skirt. Then she takes that outstretched hand in front of her with a smile. I realized suddenly we were back in the forest where we met. It's like the previous memory is the last one. I'm still in a daze trying to process things. There is something weird from those memories. The witch and Elaine went to the sea. Why is he here, on the place near the village where he despises? Did they conclude their journey and return? More questions are appearing inside my head. Before I can think about them, the demon's voice snaps me back to reality. Now that you've seen the witch's memories, what do you think? I clench my fist. This time I believe the folklore. I believe the witch was evil. No matter what the villagers did, no matter what the villagers said, I tried to forgive it. I tried to justify them all. I saw the witch's memories. I think the villagers are... cruel. I think the villagers were too cruel. Why would they do those things without trying to listen and understand the witch? They just wanted to blame someone and blame their misfortunes on someone. My thoughts exactly. See, I'm not sure what to feel and what's right or wrong anymore. Many things I don't understand, but I'll save it for later when I meet the witch. Most importantly, I need to guess her name. If I get it right, I can meet her. Then I can hear the truth from her own mouth. Alright, time for your turn to guess. It's time for you to guess. What's the witch's name? Okay, I can do this. Try to remember the clues I had. Miss M. Calm ocean. One of the villagers called the witch Miss M. Her initial. Name of the witch's mother is Igraine. Elaine's name doesn't have anything to do with her name, which makes sense. Igraine is the mother of King Arthur in legend. Witch's mother loved the sea. She read the sea when she named the witch. Witch's mother wished that her child grew up bright but calm like the morning sea. That's just my intuition. Well, there's an obvious guess we can take here. Honestly, coming from the link of Igraine being the mother of the. Okay, I'm ready to guess. I think the witch's name is. Can I save here? I can save here. M. Demon's smile widened. Suddenly the crystal on his hand shines very brightly. Consciousness fades away. All I can see is pitch black. Like I'm floating in the darkness. My body feels so light. My chest begins to ache like there's something burning. Did we fail? When the pain subsides, it feels warm. And something starts pouring into my head like a waterfall. Flood my head, causing a terrible splitting headache. You know what they are. The witch, Morgan's memories. Yes. My memories. Excuse? The witch's mother said she met her husband on the sea. He was a wizard. That time he was floating and dancing with the waves, not noticing that someone was watching. Despite being a human, her mother loved the wizard. They got married and lived in a small village near the sea. Soon their daughter was born with a magical power just like her father. One day the village found out about the wizard's power. They captured him, put a stake in his heart, and burned him, calling him evil. Fortunately, his wife and his infant daughter managed to escape. Then they lived in a small village on the mountain. Afraid that her daughter would suffer the same fate as her husband, the witch's mother told her not to use her power. However, the witch broke her promise with her mother and got chased out of the village. As she traveled with her familiar, Elaine, to the sea, she would often question her existence and her fate. She didn't hate her parents, not even her wizard father. She couldn't help but to contemplate. They were all normal humans, but things turned out different for them. The sea is as beautiful as her mother said. She went to many seas during her travels. The sight reminded her of the peaceful days she spent in the village with her mother. She wanted to go back. She wanted to visit her mother's grave. Maybe, just maybe, she and the villagers could come into understanding. One way or another. So she decided to go back to the village despite her familiar's protests. On the way back to the village, we met a girl. When she learned that I was going to my village, she looked shocked. You want to go to that village? Could it be you haven't heard about that? About what? October last year, that village was destroyed from a natural disaster. Huh? It had happened so suddenly and during the nighttime that they couldn't evacuate in time. I see. But maybe it was karma. Karma? That's right, that village had some nasty practices like sacrificing humans. Huh? Apparently there used to be a witch in our village. A witch? Yeah, they said that the village was cursed by that witch. When they chased the witch out, they said the village was peaceful, but only for a short time. They believed that the witch's power was back. They started to do a ritual by throwing someone into the forest. That person would be the substitute for the witch, sacrificed to seal away the witch's power and curse. The girl paused. After a moment of silence, she hesitantly continued. I was the last sacrifice. Oh. Huh? After a series of rituals, they left me somewhere in the forest. Fortunately, I was saved by a group of people who were climbing the mountain. In a sense, being a sacrifice saved me from the disaster. That's why I'm still alive. Oh. I'm terribly sorry to hear that. Thank you for telling me. Alright, can I ask for your name? My name is Joan. How about you? You can call me Morgan. The two of us shook hands. Friendship. In a short amount of time, I used my power to read a part of her memories of the village. I clenched my fist on my other hand when I saw that she was telling the truth. Even in my wildest imaginations, I wouldn't have thought that the villagers would do those things. After hearing the news, Elaine and I quickly went to the village. I'd run, walking through the familiar path which would lead me to the village. Except the path was muddy, and beside me I could see the field was covered in soil and broken trees. Still I run until I arrived at the village. At least the place where the village was supposed to be. Gone. Elaine, the village is gone. Oh, what the girl said from before is true. The village was destroyed.
was more or less at the same level with the ground now. Energy suddenly drained from my body and I fell on my knees. Why? Why did this happen? I couldn't protect the village. Sacrificed people. They destroyed the destroyed village. Everything is my fault. If only I listened to my mother. I never used my power. They would never have learned about witches. They would never have done those horrible things. If only I didn't leave. I'd be able to protect the village from the disaster. It's all my fault. Give me, please. Give me. No. You're wrong. What happened here wasn't your fault. I'll tell you over and over again. It's not your fault. None of these things are your fault. You had no obligation to stay and protect the village. At least not after what they did to you. Seriously, what's with your obsession with this place? I don't get it. Elaine seemed to be saying something. He sounds mad, but I couldn't catch his words. I wasn't in the right mind to listen. Then I stood up. With magic, I can do something. I stretched my hand out and tried to focus my magic on my right hand. On the air, a magic circle appeared, and the destroyed village began to shine. What are you... You know, Elaine, despite everything, I love this village. I heard from my mother. She had nowhere else to go. This village welcomed us. Let us stay and treated us as well as if we were their family. My childhood here was a happy one. Even when my mother passed away from illness, everyone had been nothing but kind to me. That's why I can't just give up on this place like this. I should be able to do something with my witch power. What are you doing? You know you can't bring back the dead. You want to turn back time or something? If I could, it would be nice. What? Hey! You out of your mind? Stop it, Morgan! His protest fell on deaf ears. I tried to remember the village, the scenery, the faces of the villagers, also the time I spent there. I realized I didn't know the condition when I was away. So I combined the village in my memories with the one I saw in Joan's memories. Over that time I could feel my head was getting blank. From a distance I thought I was hearing someone calling me with a name I didn't recognize. When our memories got mixed up, I probably mistook her memories as my own. I thought a part of her memories, her appearance, and her name were mine. But now I remember. I'm not Joan. Joan is not my name, not my identity. It is Morgan, a witch. Oh! Finally it came back. Do you recognize me, my witch? I remember. Everything. I remember everything now. I'm sorry, Elaine. Yeah, you should be sorry. Tried so many things to wake you up. It's troublesome, honestly. You have to know how many times I repeated the same things over and over again, trying to find a way to break your spell. What do you mean? You created a separate dimension in the village's location. But you ended up being sucked into that dimension, leaving a crystal in your memories somehow. Separate dimension. The memories of the earth in your memories, you managed to recreate the village. Villagers were here too, but they were simply their memories, not living beings. You're the only one alive there. I see. The village was trapped in a time loop. A time loop? Yeah, the village had been experiencing a year before it got destroyed over and over again. So you're a part of it. I think you were affected too by the reset. Anyway, I could see the village from the outside, but when I tried to enter, I couldn't. Maybe because we weren't on the village around that time frame, so the dimension rejected me. There's nothing I could do unless you were out for that place. The time you were in this forest was my only chance. But you don't even remember me. Even worse, you didn't even remember yourself. You called yourself Joan. Who the hell is Joan? I see. And this girl called Joan to ask for directions while you were off to get something. She was the sacrifice. The things you saw, things I experienced in that dimension, they were Joan's memories. Those were hers? I see. I think I could get inside that village because I confused myself with Joan at the time. Most likely. Joan, I indirectly caused her pain. Not only her, but others too. I didn't know how many other sacrifices there were. Or if there were anyone else other than her. But wherever you guys are, I'm really sorry. I hope you find happiness and peace. Then I looked at Elaine. My cat, my familiar, my demon. The one who was always at my side. Even after his death, he came back to me. Even though it was my fault that the villagers killed him. It caused him a lot of trouble. I left him, but he still remained. The fact that I regained myself was also thanks to him. Elaine, Thank you. Elaine laughs. Hey, I'm your familiar. I'm just doing what I'm supposed to do. Even so, thank you. I promise I will reward you. A demon doesn't need to be thanked, but I'll take that reward. Sure. And what are you gonna do? You're already out of the loop. I don't think the dimension will disappear just like that. Yeah, I know. I need to clean up my mess. I gotta say, the witch Morgan, and Joan, really lovely character designs, and the purple is also a very good look for Joan. Joan. I need to move on. Elaine and I go to the village. Looks normal at a glance. Upon closer inspection, there's a thin layer barrier which separates the two dimensions. I touch it, it causes a ripple. Take a deep breath. I love the village, but this is not what I intended to do. That time I simply couldn't accept the truth that the village was gone. It went and gone like that before I could come to terms with my own feelings. Because of me, many people got hurt. Joan, the sacrifices, Elaine, and even myself. When I saw my own memories, thinking it was someone else's, I came to realize for the first time that I actually felt hurt. This time I denied my own pain. I was running away from my feelings. I love the village, but they did many horrible things. The village continued to exist until now. There's no doubt that there will be more casualties. Something that I didn't do. Something that wasn't even true. They did those things. Maybe Joan was right. It was karma for the village. But that's enough. I have to let go of the past. I have to accept the present and move forward to the future. That's why this fake village I created should be gone, too. Bye, my home. Then the other dimension is gone. It seemed to be in front of us changed back to the destroyed village, and now we're back to Morgan. No, we're still. It's back to normal. Yeah. Now, what to do? Should we go for another trip? Sounds great. Where do you want to go this time? Sea again? Ocean? Volcano? What about you? Do you have anywhere you want to go? Me? Yes, I'm the one picking the destination before, but now it's your turn. You can go wherever you want to. I told you I will reward you, remember? And there's something I want to see. Yeah, just say it. I heard something from a witch was passing by around here. She's also the one suggested me to make you remember your name. She said around this time, there's an event called Halloween or something in the town. Halloween? Yeah, people will be decorating the town with pumpkins and dressing up as demons, monsters, and witches during that time. You can just walk into the crowds without being suspected. That's interesting. Right? Also, she said that she lived in the town of the north. The Halloween celebration in her town is quite grand, according to her. Once you've regained yourself, she told me we can visit her. We should pay her a visit then. I need to directly thank her. After that, where should we go? Well, up to you. I'll follow you wherever you go, even to the ends of the earth. Yeah. Thank you, Elaine, for always being with me. For everything. Hearing my words, just as always, Elaine laughs. Oh. The story, character, CG, background, programming, all the above by Altila. That was lovely. I didn't expect this to be a time loop story, but it was in fact a time loop story. Very lovely time loop story, too. Very background art, character art. Very lovely. Still have more to see, though. I think the obvious failure point here is, well, too bad, you got it wrong. Huh? Well, as promised, I'll leave you here. No, please, don't leave me alone. Please. I don't have a place to go. Can't go back either. Please. Why don't I just eat you? I can just eat your soul. It's my food. I'm a demon, after all. But now to think about it, that's a great idea. To be honest, I'm tired of this. But hey, this way you won't be alone anymore.
Or me. In an instant, everything turns black. I feel something ripped out of my heart. Literally. My consciousness is leaving me, along with my body temperature. For the last moment, I can hear the demon's voice. You know, a witch is actually not immortal. If you ripped out their heart like this, they can die. Now on, let's be together. My witch. Ah, they're the T's. Bad end. There's 3 endings to be had here. Suppose that has to do with the choices we made early on in the memories. Be Joan, but actually Morgan's attitude toward how the villagers treated her, so to speak. We were skeptical before, but does stealing the witch's power like that work? I honestly don't think so, but, well, probably. Not quite sure, but I guess there's a possibility that it might work. Alright. Or at least because of the witch's curse? We doubted before. Possible. Not sure about it myself, but it's possible. Okay. These didn't really matter much. Realistically, this is the only choice here. They're just on edge. I think they're just on edge. I mean, there were droughts and food shortage. They were frustrated, but they had no one to blame, so they shifted it to the witch. I guess they also cannot understand the witch. Not the witch herself, and not her magic. You're too soft. Honestly, I'm not sure what to feel, and what is right or wrong anymore. There are many things I don't understand, but I'll save it for later when I meet the witch. Most importantly, I need to guess her name. Okay, so, don't show hint. Now if we, Memories return. Went back to visit her mother's grave. And met Joan. Real Joan. So things played out exactly how Joan remembered, and how we experienced in Joan's memories. But this is Joan after the sacrifice. We know that Joan lived after a rather scary time on her own, but then the village was destroyed after, which was karma. Let's face it. They blamed all their problems on something they didn't understand. If they hadn't been so paranoid, maybe they would still be here. Not saying natural disasters be natural disasters, but at the very least, maybe they would have been more prepared if they had Morgan's help here. There's something that instantly heart-melting about someone with the stern eyes and stern expression, the kind that puts people off on casual conversations. Seeing that expression soften a bit, and seeing a smile on their face, there's something that really heartwarming about that. I'm saying is I like Joan. Hope she's doing well. Now, where did this go from here? Is this the same? I don't want to just skip through everything, just in case. But... I want to stay here. So, another trip? No, we're staying here. Hearing my response, Elaine's eyes widen in surprise. Huh? I see Elaine, the place I can call home. That village didn't accept me, at least not the witch me. As I thought, this place holds a special place in my heart.
That's why I want to clean this place up, do a proper ritual to respect the dead, and build a house here. I see. That's what you want. Are you sure about this? Aren't you lonely living alone in a place like this? Alone? What are you talking about? You'll be here with me, right? Of course. And I'm not alone, just because I have you. My cat, my familiar, my demon, the one who will always be by my side, Elaine. Hearing my words, just as always, Elaine laughs. Okay, so just like that, depending on... It's a simple change, but it's a significant one. It just comes down to, how do we feel about how we were treated as Morgan by the villagers? It's a similar sense here. It's a similar feeling in that they pushed all their problems onto me, the strange thing that they didn't understand. And it's all in how Morgan reacts to that. If it's I get it, but that was fucking cruel? Which I think is the right answer. Because they kept doing it. They kept blaming shit on her, even after they sent her away. That is cruel. It's cruel. It's weak. Feeble. Do that. But the second choice, second choice is also very in character for what we understand from Morgan. That she's ultimately kind-hearted to a fault. And the village is important to her, even if the people let her down. The village is very important to her. So, even if it's gone, she wants to start over there, that's an acceptable choice too. It really is. That's our outcomes here, so. Memory magic recreating the village from her memories and Joan's memories. Hence we have the village chief, villagers 1 through 3, and Joan's place in the village being very likely very similar to Morgan's. Maybe the bit early on with Joan Morgan, talking about how they even said that she was the witch. Maybe that part came from Morgan's memories. It's curious how that... It's curious. I didn't expect... I said this before, but I didn't expect this to be a time loop story, but I like that. How it came together. I very much like that. Hope you enjoyed this one. I did. Until next time. Till then, we'll see what we can find next.